Desiccated corpses line the road of victory to Vendrian's Well, an example of the fate that awaits those who resist Kyrus' will. The path behind you is now blocked. Kyrus' magic sealed the valley. Aurora. Kyrus the Overlord be praised. When I heard the avalanche, I feared the valley was sealed with you on the other side. The disfavored warrior claps her gauntlet to her breastplate, the traditional salute for her legion. The commander wouldn't say why the governor of Latian's Crossing would be coming, but since we have no forges here, I imagine you're here to knock some sense into the voices of Nerad. She catches herself, clearing her throat with a smile. I mean mediate with the Archons, so that we might agree on a plan to wipe out these Oathbreakers. But on a personal note, it is good to see another Harbinger. By Kyrus' will, most of our old invasion force still lives, but most of us have been scattered across the tiers, reassigned as needs change. I miss those days, when there was so much battle ahead of us, so much glory still to be won. But I know the Archons are expecting you. Don't let me wax nostalgically about the old days. Can you hear the hum in the air, that glow around the rocks? The avalanche is Kyrus' magic. The Overlord has sealed the valley. Your senses see more than mine, good Fatebinder. I do not pretend to know much about such things. But if that was Kyrus' magic and you're here on important business, well, you don't have to be the Archon of Secrets to guess that you're here to proclaim an edict. What does Kyrus have in store for the enemy? 10 years of festering plague? An edict of twisted bones? I'm gonna just glare silently. A nervous smile creeps over her as she waits for a response that doesn't arrive. I'm asking questions beyond my station, she dips low, trembling as she bows. Forgiveness, please. Well, you have traveled a long way, I won't keep you further. I'm sure the Archons will want to hear from you at... Her voice falls silent, her attention snapping eastward with alarm. Did you hear that? More runners, third time this week. The Oathbreakers keep trying to send messengers through the mountains to gather help from the outside of the valley. From outside the valley, I should say. She points over to the collapsed path by which you arrived, but they're a bit too late for that now. Come, let's show these Oathbreakers a good fight. Badly injured. Fuck him up. That's one down. Let's check further along the path for more. Okay, one sec. I just wanna see if there's anything fun over here. Let's climb down the rope. Oh, there's loot here. I don't think I've ever been here. Abandoned Memorial. The torque possesses a number of small grooves that otherwise appears fairly ordinary. Well, I guess if we had more lore we could do something here. Alright, let's catch up with that lady. Hope she's still alive. We were like, sorry, hold up, there's something important here. The ancient weeping mother statue pays homage to the queen Lycarius. First of her name, fresh water once flowed from this statue, but when Kyrus' forces attacked Vendrian's Well in 429, the statue began weeping blood, and has done so ever since. Cool. We should be vigilant and deal with the remaining Oathbreakers in the past. This seems like a suicide mission. What do the Vendrian Guard hope to accomplish? From what we have learned from the other prisoners, the runners are instructed to escape the valley and drum up support for the Oathbreakers' cause elsewhere in the tiers. Aurora shrugs. I don't know who they think will listen to their pleas. We have smashed every army, fortress and self-proclaimed ruler these low-born tiersmen have to offer. Perhaps they think the wild beasts will rally to their side? Carry on. Fucking... Oh no. Oh, that's only one. Okay, good. Don't worry, buddy, I got you. Wait, she's running off? She actually ran off. Fuck her up.
Yet.
Not yet, but you will be. Don't bother with me, go down to the pass. Trestus. The soldier clutches his gut and winces. You can see a hint of entrails between his fingers. You're wounded and it's not trivial. He laughs through clenched teeth. This? But a scratch. I have seen twice as worse 10 times over. He doubles over in pain, gagging and shivering. If you'll let me help. I said I'm fine. The soldier moans and shakes his head. Graven Ash protects. You go and help the others. Dumb fuck. Several skulls, bleached by the sun and picked clean by the carrion birds, are spiked on a roughly hewn post. It is the only heraldry the Scarlet Chorus needs.
You'll have to hit harder than that. Try and catch me, worm.
A young Scarlet Fury weaves around the Vendrian Guard attackers, avoiding their weapons with fluid grace. She nods to acknowledge you. A breathless enemy soldier passes a glance to her countryman. This one's crazy, too much lead in her water. We should cut our losses and turn back.
Fate finder. Here at last. Here to join me in putting these cowards out of their misery.
She nods to the armed soldiers bearing down on her. I'll join the battle. Save something for me. For the realm of Apex charge, the Vendrian Guard leveled their weapons in advance.
I think that one hit bone.
How do I set up her AI?
I can tell you didn't spend the conquest in a diplomat's tent.
The fighter surveys the fresh corpses and nods with satisfaction.
I'm Verse, by the way. But there are more important things to take care of than introductions. Those Vendrian Guard we killed didn't come alone.
She gestures to the skirmish unfolding in the pass below, shaking her head. Nope. I'm ready if you
Eager.
are.
I like that. Before we go, you might search among the remains of our fallen comrades. Wherever they're bound, I doubt they'll miss their boots, much less any rings or any useful iron they might be clutching.
I see your point. Nice and practical.
No reason to pity the fallen. Before long, we might wish we'd joined them here. But at least we'll enjoy heavy pockets and warm toes. For the voices of Nerat!
Verse furrows her brow and focuses down on the battle to come. Okay. About the AI. Alright, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna make her melee. Oh, that's a nice helmet. An empty spike stands. Sorry, an empty spike stands waiting to claim its victim. Lovely. Oh, we have to go this way actually. Eyes forward, no looking back. The Vendrian Guard warrior roars with his falx held high, his words largely lost over the din of combat. Stand aside or your funeral will be over the side of the bluff. Seeing you squarely in his bed, the soldier points his weapons your way. I applaud your bravery, but implore you to end this foolishness and lay down your arms. Okay. Not a chance. If I surrender, I'm as good as dead. At least we can drag some of Kyrus' chosen along on our short journey to the void. As he signals his men to charge, the sound of chanting rises from the south, drawing his attention. Scarlet Chorus reinforcements. Hurry. There we go. Run down the Oathbreakers, let none escape. From the red mob of reinforcements from the south, a blood chanter emerges at the head of the rabble, the ornamental crest of her staff pulsing with crimson tones. Signing sigils of magic and wordlessly moving her mouth, the blood chanter scribes a series of spells into the air. A red glow surrounds the Vendrian Guard warriors as the chanter's magic worms its way into their minds, blinding them with rage. Hold position, all of you. You there, keep to the path. The warrior gestures along the canyon trail, but his soldiers turn their attention to the Scarlet Chorus, roaring challenges. What? No, don't engage them, we need to run. His orders are falling on deaf ears. The warrior reluctantly readies his weapon.
Come at me, brave meat. Bleed out, you little shit. Wake me up when it's over.
Easy. Oh wait, the Fury Lady actually fell. Come quick, we have a situation on the cliffside. They have the commander. I forgot her name. What's her name? Verse. Wow, I can't believe she got her ass kicked. What a fucking loser. Weapons and armor are strewn haphazardly around the cart. Every blade shows signs of rust and every piece of armor is in need of repair. Weapons and armor are stacked with neat precision. What is precision? So weapons and armor are stacked with neat precision on this transport cart. Every spear is honed and oiled, ready for battle. The symbol of the Scarlet Chorus is smeared in blood on the tattered cloth tent. No effort has been made to repair the gaping tears. What are you doing? You'll draw attention to me. Wow. Coward. Kyrus ordered the original icon of the disfavored erased from memory. For over 100 years, the disfavored have kept the scratched out iconography, wearing it with pride. Interesting. We're learning so much. Oh, how do I get up there? Not from here. This torn banner bears the scratched out icon of the disfavored. The army's original symbol has been lost to history, and Graven Ash has never ordered a replacement, preferring the blasted icon over all others. Preferring, not referring. I just still struggle with words, apparently. Stow. Stow your weapons, or we find out how long a man screams before hitting the ravine down below. Cornered between a precipitous drop and a band of angry soldiers, the Oathbreaker warrior holds a disfavored officer at knife point. Skewer him! Worry not for me. Graven Ash will protect. The disfavored officer winces, blood sleeping from the seams of his bracers and cuirass. You heard the man. He plainly invited you to use that little blade of yours. What are you waiting for? Permission from your pimp? This blade? With a jerk of the knife, he slices off a clump of Drastus' matted hair. If you're so eager to see your ally dead, just step closer. Release the prisoner and you might know the inside of a cell. And I'm sure that cell will have daily visits from Scarlet Chorus Cads, thirsty for a bit of torture. He shakes his head, pulling the captive closer. I'd rather take my chances with death. Now that's unfair. I assure you it's more a hunger for torture than a thirst. But you are correct, we have no charity left for those who have left at our mercy once before. The blood chanter slams her staff on the ground, curling her fingers with a quivering hand. If you fools won't deal with him, maybe I will. I'm gonna lower my weapon, then charge forward and wrest the knife from him. Stoneshield says, whatever you're thinking, don't. Not until Commander Drastus is safe. Well, let's try this. The Oathbreaker cracks a wide smile as you lower your weapon. That's right, now the rest of you, drop those weapons. With his attention on the other warrior as you dash forward, he reaches out with his daggers to slay Drastus, but your hand is already on his wrist. With a wrenching twist, you mangle his hand, dropping the dagger harmlessly to the ground. The disfavored warriors rush forward from either side of you. Tyrell barely manages a strained grasp before being hacked and impaled upon their swords and spears. Kairos be praised, the Oathbreaker fought with the rage of Karen himself. Drastus slides a trembling hand along the cut on his neck. Thank you, Fatebinder, I thought today was my last. From the look of it, guess they thought if they swarmed the pass, maybe one might make it out. We found a few scraps of parchment on the bodies. Drastus holds out a handful of crumpled parchments for inspection. A student of letters such as yourself should be able to make sense of this. I'm gonna examine the parchment. Repeating the same messages in different written scripts, the parchment explains the Vendrian guards' desire to overthrow Kairos' Archons and rout their armies from the tiers. The pages aren't addressed to any specific reader, but rather openly invites all who remain loyal to the younger realms to gather at Vendrian's Well. Recruitment material. They were trying to bring more traitors to the fight. Well, from the look of it, we kept them from slipping out of the valley. Whatever they hoped to accomplish, I think their plan died here. The Archons are expecting you. When you're ready, leave by the gate to the southeast and follow the trails downslope for a few hours. You'll see the campfires leagues away. Can't miss it. The once pure water of Queen Lycerius' tears has run red with blood since Kairos' forces have invaded. Yeah, we know that. We heard about that. Yo, how do we get here? Oh wow, all the way from here. Can we climb up though? Yeah, we have just enough athletics. Subterfuge? Hell yeah. Scroll, sigil of proximate action. I have no fucking clue what that means. Let's see what stuff we have. Oh, okay. Ah, but we look shittier in this. Don't wanna use heavy armor. What was this? Oh, Curse's Edict. We're keeping this though. What about you? Do you want this? Oh, this looks more like a ninja jumpsuit. Oh, you could use a helmet. Look at you. Looking dope. Alright. Anything else to do here? Does not seem like it. You know what?
You got it.
Yeah, sure. Keep the defensive stance. Actually, that's good. We don't have any stances. We're good to pass. What? I guess we're going to this favorite camp. This fort was constructed shortly after routing rebels along the Wally's western edge. The Archon, Graven Ash, directs all his favorite efforts from this location. It's gonna take us 2 hours and 45 minutes to get there. Wow, this is gonna be a long stream. Take what you can carry but leave the cart, otherwise we seize you and your wares. This is robbery. Let's see what's this about. Hail, Fatebinder. The disfavored scout nods at your approach. Camps on up ahead. Don't mind us, just clearing out the rabble. I still don't understand what I have done to offend. I respect that these are now disfavored lands, and I'm happy to give the Legion a proper toll, but she's going on about trading rights. What nonsense is that? I am not allowed to trade one thing for another? It's not like I'm selling weapons to angry peasants or anything of the sort. The Overlord regulates all trade. If you lack the proper permits, your goods are forfeit. A trade permit? Well, how was I mean, to whom would I speak for such a thing? Not us and not our problem. Maybe march your butt to Bastard City and plead your case before Tunon. What will lighten your burden and relieve you of your wares first? That should make the long trek a bit more bearable. Anything to be argued before Tunon may be argued before me. Yeah. What's there to discuss? We should kill this mongrel and... The warrior pauses, placing her hand in front of her mouth. If the Fatebinder wishes to weigh in on the matter, courtesy demands we listen. The soldier clears her throat, looking at you expectantly. This is a disfavored matter, but I know the agents of the court do so love to throw their judgments around. Well, disrespecting is not really going well for her, huh? Well, you could rob me now and have my supplies today. The merchant grabs a flask from his cart. Or you can leave me alive and have fermented honey all year long. I even know a few family recipes for painkillers and healing draughts. Certainly any army will need those. He uncorks a small ceramic vial, and the aroma of cloves and lanolin assaults your nose. You have a lot of perishable goods, but no haul and crew. You're just a battlefield looter. Oh, so we could do a bluff here. Curious, I was just hearing about the supply caravan of regions going missing. But I don't see how that relates to me. I mean, I've only just arrived here. I couldn't have been involved in anything like that. Didn't say the shipment went missing around here, and I certainly didn't mention when. Start talking. Interesting. I'm gonna go for the didn't say the shipment went missing around here, and I certainly did not mention when. Start talking. Well, I suppose some of it is looted. The peddler tosses his hands in the air. Look, I'm just trying to scrap together an inventory to sell. All the tiers have been wrapped up in war. Forces a man to get creative with his sources of wares. I found most everything out in the forests of the valley. I'd keep my head low when I heard sounds of combat, then I'd take a look and grab whatever wasn't claimed by the victors. So then you stole from the disfavored dead? How else did you get your hands on that iron? The scout points to the merchant's cart. You would come here and sell us our own armaments? If anything has an owner, I will return it, but this iron would have turned to rust if I left it in the mud of the battlefield. The disfavored are few in number, is that not right? You need a man like me to gather up supplies that would otherwise go to waste. That's a tough choice. It's going to have to be 2 or 3. My issue with 2 is that would keep him in danger, would it not? Because these fuckers might just lose their shit. I'm gonna go with that. The disfavored will tolerate your presence, but you will pay them handsomely for such charity. We will? The disfavored soldier clears her throat with a cough before repeating herself in a more upbeat manner. We will. It sickens me to make exceptions for this vulture, but if you'll supply the disfavored without profit, perhaps this indiscretion is for the best. It's not like our larders are overflowing. A work slave to scrounge provisions would be an asset. Ooh. Thank you for interceding on my behalf. I know my life will not depend on showing the disfavored due gratitude for suffering my presence. If I must grovel a bit to earn my daily grain, so be it. Okay. Okay. I will say that this favorite looked dope in those purple armors. But do you have anything to sell? Thank you for talking down to this favorite from doing worse. Sad times you live in when making a humble living is branded a crime. Wow. Humble living, I mean, looting corpses isn't... whatever. I'm not gonna try to get money out of him. You're lucky I ran across you, farewell. Well, I'm in your debt. Swing by soon, I just need to get my wares in order and I'll be ready for business. Alright. Slow down a moment. I know we're both eager to watch the Archons bicker over tactics like a pair of magpies, but I need to ask you something first. What's that? The voices of Nera told me that you have come as a mediator. Considering the source, well, I can't help but feel I'm only hearing half the story. So let's have it out. What's so special about you? I'm here to deliver an edict from Kairos. That makes a crazy kind of sense, considering how long the siege has taxed the armies. I can understand why Kairos would send you with an edict to speed things along. Have you read it? Do you know what it says? I mean, I might as well tell her, right? The Archons must claim Ascension Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords, or all will perish. One more thing for the Archons to fight over. What? I thought she would take this a lot more... like a lot harder. Well, thanks for cluing me in. If Kairos sends any lightning our way, just tell me when to duck. I really ought to be meeting with the Archons. The war tent is just past the center of camp. She nods towards the northeast. One last thing. Be careful around these disfavored types. They take their work seriously and most have suffered too many blows to the head. Keep that in mind. Actually, we'll put this in the chair storage. We just robbed this man. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Is this from today? Yeah, it had to have been. Alright, I'm actually going to call it. But we'll pick it up from here. Probably tomorrow. I'm happy to play this game again, but my mouth is getting super dry from all this talking. So thanks heaps for watching, and please do drop by again next time as well. Take care now. Goodbye.